Okay, where were we? Is this the last thing that I did? Oh, it was. I grew this plant, didn't I? This is the one that clears the rust out of the water. Okay, but I need to return to the gatehouse. I'm going to put this back. I wonder if the game will want me to put the plants somewhere specific at the end. Now I'll have to go and remember where I've left all of them. Okay, down the stairs. It's a very pretty game, isn't it? I haven't been in here. Ooh, that's fun. I won't go down there just yet. I imagine if there's anything interesting, the game will send me down there naturally. What have we got at the gatehouse this time? Is it another key? It is. It's a key to the formal garden. Is that where I was just looking? Or no. 13. Ah, okay. How do we get out here? Oh, it's going... Yeah, when we went out through the back of the kitchen and then we went down, there was a gate we couldn't go through. Lady Arabella, I apologise wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden home with me. It was in my pocket and I had simply forgotten it was there. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I've left the key in the basket here for you. Jimmy. Okay. They've basically had to come up with some random excuses as to why I couldn't go into all of the various places in my home. Which is fair. But I didn't need... I'm just going to see if this is also leading into the formal garden. I'm getting a bunch of Steam achievements. For things that I have already done. So I feel like possibly the Steam achievements weren't previously working and now they are. So I wonder if there are any I've ended up missing out on. It's not an issue. Oh, the kitchen's this way. The left and right? Yeah. And it... Oh no, that's through the priest hole. So I guess it is this way. Yes. No. This isn't where I thought I was going. Where am I going? I've already forgotten what the map looks like. Ah, this is where I thought I was coming out. And the formal garden is going to be that gate at the end. Formal garden. Climbing up. Duck statue. A picnic with some notes. Newspaper. It was a message. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from the caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished and... nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I will never forget that one abbreviation as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities assured our journalists that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area, so the mystery remains unsolved. I wonder whether there will be a sheet translating Morse code, and we will have to put in flashing lights for the word attention in order to get some sort of plant to grow. That's my early prediction. Okay, where am I going? This just up to the back of the house? Ooh. Seeds. What have we got? Fool's Emerald. A friend gifted me these seeds, so I don't know too much about them yet. Okay. In the darker corners of our world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi and insects are most often found in areas of low light such as dark forests, deep oceans and gloomy caves. Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as luciferin are responsible for this glowing effect. It is not known what this glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communication with others of the same species or to attract pollinators or food. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered. Okay. Chemical compounds in wildflowers. So yeah, Fool's Emerald has luciferin. So Fool's Emerald is going to be the bioluminescent plant we've heard about. I don't know why I bothered sitting down, but I've got a Steam achievement for it. Right. Can't also open the book while sitting down, which seems a bit odd. So this is about bioluminescence. The news article about the cave and flashing lights is going to be relevant, and the plant chemical is going to be relevant. Anything over the other side? No. What about in this little pavilion? Okay, well here's our potting station in this area. Oh, and another bag of seeds. The spring dance shrub. This flowering bush used to grow in the gardens, but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. Oh. Shame. Can I just go down there? No. Not walking off the edge, I can't. More notes. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be Morse code manual inside the case as well. Cool. That is what I expected. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are a beautiful flower that contain anthocyanin, which is a pigment that can change colour depending on the pH level of its environment. The colours can vary between red, purple and blue. Okay. Interesting. New materials for garden pots. Terracotta and granite to suit all gardens. Oh, and sandstone, marble and obsidian. Okay, I wonder, possibly we'll have a plant that can only grow in contact with a particular surface? Maybe some chemicals from it? My sweet Hazel, are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken the lawnmower again. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over some hard object down in the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look and couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about that boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones, Mr. Bennett. What's this? Section 4, Communication. Over long distance. The method of communication over long distances must be selected according to the requirements of the scenario. If the message contains no sensitive information or there is no enemy presence within the communication area, an open method of communication such as telegraphy may be used. If open communication is permissible, both receivers may still benefit from the abbreviation of the messages. See Plate 2 for a table containing abbreviations using telegraphy and Morse code. Closed communication methods rely more upon both technology and ingenuity. In the case of secrecy and obfuscation, planning is required and both parties must have knowledge of the method of encryption used. Okay. So attention is just going to be KA rather than a full word. Suppose I can put that in as a clue, can't I, for my Fool's Emerald. Note about telegraph and military codes. And I think the last one will probably be something telling me what K and A are in Morse code. Oh, hello. Okay, I'll put that back because I don't know why I would need that at the moment. But let's be aware that it's there. I suppose I could move it out of curiosity. Interesting. So I can open this from this side. Nice. What have we got going on over here? Colour scheme. Spring dance shrub. Okay, so this is the pH level required to get different colours of of the spring dance shrub. Ah, and the type of pot varies the soil pH. Ah, so the type of pot, the material of pot, and then the additional mixture that you add to it. So is there a particular colour that I'm going to be looking for, do we think? Or am I just looking for a value in here that matches a value in here? No, because they all match. Nothing is too acidic. Okay, but I can put these in, can't I? Think about pot catalogue. I feel like this hydrangeas bit was about things changing colour. Am I putting these in for the correct plant? Yes, I am, aren't I? Because this said spring dance shrub, yes. And possibly something before had told me as well, but I was just uncertain. Do I have to... Do you think I'm going to have to sort of get a bird to follow me by putting feeders out? That's the sense I'm getting. What's this on the bench? Anything relevant? Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I am grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Easily. Is there anything in there? Herbal poultice. Something about herbal poultice, something about a bunch of rhubarb. There's nothing in there that immediately registers as a sort of necessary clue for anything. Ah, we've got another bird feeder. I'm just gonna run back and see if I can convince this bird to follow me. So that's where it is at the moment. And say I put this there. And then I take this over here. I wonder if I come back, the bird will have found its way over. Let's see what else we're looking for. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely get a bird all the way into here, can't I? Which feels like it might be important. Ah, I've got a key to the boathouse. Good. Okay, so attracting birds with colour. Red flowers, such as a robin, are attracted... No, that's not what I meant to say. Birds such as a robin are attracted to red flowers. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers, but did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colours? So we can make a red flower by correctly adjusting the pH level, by selecting the correct pot, and adding the right... I keep pressing start to go to this book. Is the bird thing going to be relevant? And also... that is satisfying. Where is the boathouse? 17. What's 19? Pond garden. Is that where I am at the moment? No, I'm in 16, aren't I? I'm in the bird garden. Oh, this is quite a large area, actually, isn't it? So I'm in the bird garden, so I need to come back out this way. Okay, so the robin is just still up there at the moment. And then... oh, I didn't see this before. I tried to go down through there. I completely missed there was a staircase. And now I'm down in the pond garden. Which is lovely. I'd happily walk around here in real life. Dearest cousin, while I could hold a deep fascination for the pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me. Therefore, I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interest with me. With affection, Arabella. The Will-o'-Wisp. The Will-o'-Wisp is an eerie apparition that has long been the subject of both fear and fascination. So is this also going to be about bioluminescence? It makes its appearance to lost travellers in the dark, isolated places and beckons them to follow with its beguiling, blinking light. Many a wanderer has followed the wisp's alluring light across marshes or into caves, never to be seen again. Take heed, those who venture into dark places. Resist the temptation of the will-o'-wisp's shimmering radiance. Turn back before it is too late. Okay, so how do I get all... Wait, it's a pretty good way of doing that. Oh, I thought the will-o'-wisp thing would be a clue, and I was going to add it to my bioluminescence plant. Ah, so this is what he hit. I think. Okay, I wonder what this is a handle for. Let's leave it by the thing. I can't. Where can I put it? Can I put it down anywhere? Let me drop the handle. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to carry this handle around for a bit, which looks a bit odd. I wonder what's in here. Okay, so that's a terrible place to put that down. Can I not open it? Okay, so now I'm carrying this around instead, because this feels a bit more immediately relevant. Nothing down there to read. What's this? Some sort of board game. Foraging critters. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the centre of the game board. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start tile. Players choose their animal by rolling the dice. The highest roller chooses first. Take turns to roll the dice and move your animal along the woodland path. The highest roller goes first. If you land on a food tile, pick up a food card. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the tokens on the food card. Okay, so this is going to give us a hint about what to feed a particular animal. If you land on a grey squirrel, it steals all of your food tokens and they must return to the board. The player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. The woodland cards includes a rabbit, a wood mouse, a red squirrel. Field cards includes a red squirrel, a hedgehog, a mole, a rabbit, a wood mouse, another mole. Okay. So rabbits live in burrows underground. Hedgehogs are protected from predators by their coat of needles. The North American grey squirrel is larger than the red and with smaller ears. Okay, so I'm not sure what animal at the moment I need to know anything about. Wood mice are very small and live in woodlands, but also many other habitats including fields, parks, meadows and gardens. Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. And the mole. They live underground and they have poor vision. Okay. Right, okay. More seeds. An ocelot. A friend of mine found some seeds and was kind enough to let me use them for my herbarium. Don't know anything about it at all. Moulded cylinder. Okay. Ah, so this has a BPM on it. Presumably they all do. So I imagine at some point that's going to be relevant and we will have to play a particular song to a plant that has... Let's just stop that. Has an adequate BPM. Animal husbandry and rehabilitation. Animal heartbeat rates. Ah, so is this going to be to do with pretending that there's like a sleeping field mouse in a plant or something? Yeah, okay. Well, maybe it's not going to be a shrew at 1,000 beats per minute, I guess. Okay, so we have useful information that's about probably this plant we picked up here, but not necessarily. William Foley to Lady Arabella Green. A bunch of desks, notebooks, chalk, ink, writing materials, display case, and a teaching desk. Thank you for your order. As discussed, we will write again in the coming months to inform you of a delivery date for these school supplies. All the best, W. Foley. Okay, nice. Yeah, and I have this, but I don't know what to do with it. Also, I thought there was going to be some sort of note out here that would tell me more about... Okay, there's another goose. I got a Steam achievement for inspecting a duck. I definitely did that before and didn't get anything. Okay, so... Yeah, look, we can start making the parts. Is it just these three at the end? It is, isn't it? Right. Well, I don't think I have a complete understanding yet of how to grow any of them. I think the bioluminescent one, I know a lot about it, but I don't fully understand exactly where is most useful. So I've looked at this before. Okay, so there is a mortar, but I don't understand... I don't think I ever used the mortar for anything. Did I? Okay, so what plants do I know something about? The spring dance shrub. This is the one that needs a particular type of soil pH. But... yeah, what I don't have is an understanding of what sort of pH I'm actually looking for. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Ah, yeah, I can do this now, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so there's a bit more information to find in the bird garden and the boathouse. Okay, and given that I'm near the boathouse, let's go and do that first. I've read that note. I don't really need to affect all of it. I know how that works. I've pressed that before. I haven't looked at these. Oh, an acorn. Ah, I look at all of them. A worm. An ocelot seed. Okay. A meadow. A pine cone. So am I interested in what might want an ocelot seed? That the case? That the case. Can't necessarily say for sure. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the token specified on the food card. If you land on a food tile, pick up a food card. If your animal matches the card. How do I know if my animal matches the card? Ah, because it's... Ah, so this is a field card. And the field animals are purely the red squirrels. Okay. So the ocelot seeds are a food for red squirrels. Okay, the playing cards and the board game rules. And then I've got red squirrel heartbeats. And nothing else. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be relevant. Because the red squirrel's sleeping heartbeat is 120 beats per minute. On the right page. Which is going to line up with one of these. Not that one. That one. This is going to line up with this one. I wonder if I can just play this. I have a potting station down here. So an ocelot seed. Does it grow to avoid the red squirrel if it hears the sleeping heartbeat of a grey squirrel? Do I want... Okay, so I think that... I have a suspicion that this will work. But I don't want to do it just as a guess. I want to have a more complete picture of why I'm doing that before I do it. Effectively, I want to see a bit of information that would suggest as to why I would use, say, the sleeping heart rate of a red squirrel. And why that would trigger a plant to grow. Which I'm sure I can find fairly easily. I'm still looking in... Not found... Telegraph. Yeah, I didn't find a telegraph, did I? Oh no, I found the box. Yeah, maybe I should be carrying that around as well. Just came from down... Oh, let's look here first. That's nice. I got a Steam achievement for inspecting a painting. Let's go and grab the telegraph box. I'm not really sure what I can do with this. This is not the way that I had intended to go, but it is sort of reasonable. We can just go this way. Anything I've missed around? Oh, there was something over here, wasn't there? What is that? How do I get in there? Sure, we'll figure that out. Oh, that's a dark place. Where growing a sort of bioluminescent plant might be useful. Something looks like it can go in there as well. But I don't have information as to what that is yet either. Let's put this box down. Bird garden. There's still more information at the boat. And the side terrace. Which one's the side terrace? 20. Really? There's information just up here that I haven't seen. Oh, a greeting card. Dearest Arabella, I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew in your garden before you departed on your travels. How wonderful it would be to see it growing again. I've been compiling plant specimens that require pollination to mature into their adult stage. I wonder if the spring dance shrub is one of these plants. It is, as far as I'm aware. I think there's anything else I missed over here. That was saying that the Fool's Emerald contains luciferin. That's about bioluminescence. There's something I haven't found in the bird garden, and something I haven't found in the boathouse. Where's the bird? The bird garden is up these stairs, isn't it? I haven't been able to trick that bird into following. Do you think there's just something around here that I didn't end up reading? Did look at that. Something in here that I didn't properly inspect. Ah, mixed seeds. Attract a host of garden birds such as bluebirds, finches, robins and warblers with this seed prepared at the highest quality levels. Simply spread the seeds on an appropriate bird table or feeding surface and observe the delight of your feathered garden neighbours. Okay, is one of my feeders empty maybe? Let's bring a feeder back here and see if I can add... Ah. Dear Miss Green, I have recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying, the blind leading the blind, does come to mind. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavours in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Sincerely, Professor Thornton. Yeah, I've looked at that. I believe I've looked at all the cards, I've looked at the rules, I've looked at the board game. I've matched up the ocelot to the red squirrel. Ah, but I have never looked at this. How weeds spread. Weeds can take over an area quite rapidly. Some weeds have adapted in order to spread their seeds as far away as possible. The plant itself does not have much control over this, but trusts nature to lend a helping hand. Wood avens and goosegrass have seeds with a hook designed to attach to the fur of passing animals. They are then carried and dropped up to several miles away. Dandelions have seeds with an attached feathery puff that allows them to simply be carried by the wind to a faraway location. Other plants such as lords and ladies wrap their seeds in an attractive berry, which birds consume and then later deposit as waste a great distance away. A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the ocelot. It is best known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes into sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. I don't know how I missed this before. This book was quite visible in the room, but this is the exact bit of information that I wanted before turning this dial. Lovely. And this bit of music has the BPM that matches the heartbeat of the red squirrel, and we know the red squirrel is the correct animal because of this board game. Ah, so I've got a Steam achievement for growing the ocelot. I didn't get a Steam achievement for any plants that I grew yesterday. The ocelot seed is picked up by small animals, such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests. Once the animal falls asleep, the ocelot depends upon, couldn't be spaced, the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. Ah, yeah, and I can put the final clue in because it was book. Lovely. One plant down. Right, now let's go and plant the spring dance shrub that needs to attract a robin. So we'll go and figure out the pH level required. Don't quite remember where that bit of information is. I think... Was it in the top of the bird garden? Yeah, I think it was on a desk up here. That no longer feel... Ah, yes, it is. Okay, so for red, we want a pH level of 12 to 14. 12 to 14, what I can see is sandstone and seaweed is the only option. So we want a sandstone pot. We want to add seaweed to it. The pots are over here. Look at this. So it's going to be the brown one, you. Place you there. And add some seaweed. Which I can't do for some reason. Oh, maybe because this doesn't have a plant in it. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe I can only add the seaweed to the potted plant. Okay, so you can go away. Somewhere. Ah, that was me throwing it. Where can I put you? Lovely. Wonder if I can grow multiple plants of the same type and just sort of put them out somewhere. And this is the spring dance. Right, now let's give you an adequate pH level. Hopefully. Or there's a step in here that, that is what I needed to do. Okay, so that's made it red. That's given it the correct colouring. And now I just need to get a robin interested in it. Not 100% certain how I'm going to do that. So I can get a robin to go... Ah, there's an intermediate one, which I didn't notice before. I can only put this down in a specific pot space. Oh, I put it down there. Oh, I didn't see this hook before. Okay, but how do I get that robin to... What if I just run away from it? Never been in here before. It's going to be the other side of that potting table. I'm basically just giving the robin some time. Maybe it will have gone to the feeder. No. Okay, so what if I start it all the way from here? Aha. Okay, so that's what I had to do. Then I'll attract it with the noise of placing this one down. As long as I stay far enough away so as to not scare it off. I assume that's simply not going to be close enough. And I'm going to have to take it all the way round to the birdhouse. So let's go and put the plant. Go and put the plant in there. And then we'll get the bird to there second. Yeah, it feels like I'm going to need to get the bird all the way to here, because this is where we saw this hook before. Okay, so where's my free spot? There it is. very cute. We'll go around so as to not scare the robin. Go around again. It's not the quickest process, this, but we do know what we're doing. I did think that this was the idea a while back. 10-15 minutes ago, maybe. I just didn't have the execution down. I don't want to scare it and risk it going all the way back to the birdseeder at the beginning, which is why I'm being cautious about where I travel, where I walk. The walking speed in the game is pretty slow. This is sprinting. This is how fast I would walk if I weren't sprinting. It would take me a long time to get anywhere. Let's not risk it. Don't want to get too close. Don't want to start this again. Go the long way round. Beautiful. They maybe could have made that distance a little bit shorter. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It's lovely. Grow the spring dance shrub. Okay, and we can probably add in the final clue. I'm not 100% sure what it is. The spring dance shrub contains anthocyanins, causing it to change colour depending on the pH level of its environment. Robins love red flowers and will be attracted to the red variant of this shrub. Okay, I don't think the bird seed thing actually gave me any real information. I was sort of already aware that the birds would travel to the bird feeders. Okay, and Fool's Emerald. This is the one that's going to require the Morse code KA. There's some information that I still don't have. So what is it? It's some information that I still don't have because I haven't figured out the telegraph. So I've got to figure out what I'm doing with this box. I put it on here. Okay, so where did I read anything about the telegrams? It was... Is it here? Yeah, so this was something about Morse code messages, but this isn't going to tell me how to use this box. What else did I read? Okay, so there was this letter. The telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it to the boathouse. Since I didn't know where you like to keep it, there appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. But I can't open it. I can only pick it up, unless I'm doing something wrong. Oh, okay. I needed to very specifically click on the lock rather than the box. Okay, so now we've got our Morse code translator. KA is dash dot dash and A is dot dash. So it's dash dot dash dot dash. Pretty simple. So it would be dash, yeah, da. That'll be easier with a mouse than with a controller. Okay, so can I close this up and then move it? Yes. Okay, so I'll carry it around with me for now. What's the best place to leave it going to be? maybe I'll put it back. So let's get the plant potted up, and then we'll figure out a good place to shine the light at it. This is the soil first. Fool's emerald. A bit of water. Maybe I can just do it here at the potting station. Don't know if I need to put it somewhere dark first. Which feels like it would make some sense, but... No. No, that didn't work. So I picked up the telegraph down in the boathouse. So maybe there's somewhere in the boathouse. It would make sense. I mean, I guess the boathouse is kind of dark. It's not cave dark. Just... Ah. Oh! It. I knew I would forget about this thing. Knew it. As soon as I put it down and picked up the telegraph, I was just like, I've put this down, hidden behind a random building. Yeah, but that marker on it is the same marker as on the podium in front of the grotto. So at least I was right that this was the object of interest I needed to be figuring out. But I'd forgotten all about this handle. Okay, lovely. So I can now walk across the lily pads. Good, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, the game did make it reasonably obvious that, like, come on, that's where you've got to go, with the candles in there. They did give me all the tools I needed to solve this slightly quicker than I did. There we go. Wonderful. I see. They do look like emeralds. Oh, look at that. Grow the Fool's Emerald. And that's it, that's all the plants, I think. The Fool's Emerald is a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create light. They grow in caves where they use light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. Okay. I have another delivery at the gatehouse, which is this way. Oh. Ooh, I wonder what it's going to be. Nope, not that. That's the key. Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, it's for me to send off my herbarium to Mayflower Publishing House, Bedford Square, London. Ah, that was lovely. That was a very cute game. There's definitely been an explosion of this sort of title in recent years, hasn't there? Games like this, Outer Wilds, Chants of Sennaar that I played before. And there are a few others that I've actually got on a list to play. Return of the Obra Dinn is soon. But it's this like sort of context-based puzzle solving. Like a detective experience. I think with Chants of Sennaar I let this run on the screen. So I'll do that here as well. Give everyone their dues. That was nice. It's good to have shorter games like that as well sometimes. Let it run. My dear Flora, I'm terribly sorry your herbarium didn't get picked up for publishing, though I am most excited about your plans to turn Botany Manor into a botanical academy. I look forward to visiting the school and meeting the talented students you have taken under your wing. Let's hope they carry on our fight. Lots of love, Elizabeth. Yes, Arabella, I hope you don't mind me still calling by your childhood pet name. I wonder which type of apple this is. And that is the windmill wart. Where else can I go? Nowhere. I only view the classroom. Ooh, inspect the book.